Good morning and welcome. Here I am. My name is Karen and I'm back at the Whitman Wellness Center. It's always a good place to be. Helps us stay grounded here, the energy that's been created here, and the loving atmosphere. It's just really, really great to be back. And I just wanted to talk a little bit. I'm going to do another chair class for you, but I wanted to talk a little bit about how my emotions have been going through. And like many of you, I too have been furloughed from work, and it's been about 3 or 4 weeks now, I can't even remember, but the roller coaster of emotions that we are all faced with. And at first I looked at this as a great opportunity for me to do a lot of inner practices that I never really had a chance to really fully work with, such as mantra, meditation, a lot of walking meditations and readings and so forth, and prayer. And then I found that I was trying so hard in doing to be that I lost my balance. And so needless to say, for me, it shows up in my back. So the last couple of weeks now, my back has been acting up, my shoulders, my scoliosis, and my lower back. So having said that, I realized that it's a balance, and I have to bring asana back in as a balance. So today I'm going to give you a little bit more of a gentle type of chair practice with a little bit of core work. Not, ramped up core work, but a gentle core work to help us alleviate some of that stress that some of us may start to build up in our lower backs. So we're just going to start with a little bit of breath, a little bit of pranayama. So just take a moment, ground your feet into the floor really firmly. I've got my belt and block and blanket by my side here and handy to use as a prop if needed. But plant your feet firmly into the floor so that you can feel connection. Feel that connection to the earth. Feel the big toe and the little toe, the ball of the foot, the heel, and both the inner and outer arches. And as you do that, just pressing firmly into the floor, into the earth, as you start to raise up, allowing that length to start to happen in that lower spine of yours, and actually, feeling the sits bones gently pressing down onto the chair pad. And we'll just take a few breaths here. Inhale and let it out through the mouth. Good. Inhale through the nose. Out through the mouth. And one more letting go breath. Inhaling in. Hold it for a moment. And sigh it out. Good. Raising the arms up over your head. Reaching up. Pointer fingers come together. Reach out of the pelvic bowl a little bit, back and forth. And then draw the elbows down in front of your face and just hang out here for a moment. And we're just going to squeeze the elbows together for about 8 counts. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll do that 2 more times. So inhaling up and really squeeze the elbows together so that you can feel the shoulder blades working here, the upper back. Feeling that press, really press, press, press. You can actually feel it in the upper rib cage. One more time, inhaling up, bring that breath up, maybe wiggle around a little bit more, and then inhale it, exhale it down, and press, press, press. Good, feel it in that pec. Good, and then release the hands down. So what I want to try and do today is isolate, the middle rib cage. So we're going to do that. We're going to take the rib cage. Just try to concentrate on the rib cage, moving it forward and then moving it to the side, and then moving it back, and then moving it to the side again. And then forward, side, back, side. So you kind of like, you know, almost like a hula hoop kind of thing, but we're sitting and just kind of letting the sits bones rest firmly on that chair as you do this. Good. And then inhaling it up, exhaling down, and just take that to the other side. So forward, over, back, around, forward, over, back, and around, and forward, over, back, and around. Nice. It's a little different than rotating around in the hip bowl. So now I'm just going to slide a little bit more off the chair so that you're right on the edge of the chair a little bit. And hold on to the side of the chair. And I want this movement to start from the tailbone. So we're going to start to use the tailbone as that like first domino. So we're going to move it back. And then we're going to move it forward with the tailbone. Let the tailbone do the work here. Coming up, and then go back, pushing back, and then roll up over that sits bones, pushing forward. So you may feel yourself rolling over the edge of the sits bones, and then using the tailbone to push back, you're going to come up. So if you've got lower back, this is going to feel kind of yummy. Pushing it back, well maybe not, and then up and back. Now we're going to add our arms. So bring your arms up and just kind of push back. And this time bring that foot up and down. I'm using my right foot and down. So you're rolling back on the sits bones, pushing up. Good. We'll go to the other side. Nice and slow. Kind of pulling the lower abdomen in, your belly button in and up a little bit. We need to create that strength in that core to help support that lower back. Alternate, maybe change your hands. Good. And then we'll try to kick it out a little bit. Take it a little higher. Good. And maybe kick it right up. Good. And then exhale, hands come back down. So from here, what I like you to do is bring your feet out. Now you may need to slide back a little bit. Use the side of the chair for balance. We're going to hold our feet up. Now you're going to feel it in the quadriceps here. But then take the belly button into the back of the spine and allow that strength to just start to happen on its own. You know, you kind of marinate here for a little while and it just, you're going to feel the burn a little bit. That's okay. Let it burn. Just take a breath. Don't stop breathing. Good. Now take those legs in. Don't let them touch the floor though. See if you can hold your feet up. Maybe take your arms out. Holding here. Again, we're isolating into the core. We're going to take it over into a little twist. This is easier than it really it looks, right? And then over the other side. This feels good for the waistline, the lower rib cage, and the abdominals. And over to the other side. Just a couple more twists, good. And then bringing those feet down, and then again rolling back and rolling up, using it from the tailbone, rolling back, rolling up, rolling back, rolling up. Beautiful. Taking your right leg out and just kind of lean forward, open up through the hamstring, feel that nice straight line in the back, opening up the knee, and then take it to the other side, leaning forward, Start to breathe here. Feel that nice breath coming in and coming out. And bring it back. Now we're going to introduce Pigeon. Today we're going to do it a little different. So bring your feet out. Maybe take a nice forward fold first as far down. Use the side of the chair to hold on here and just roll down. Oh, that feels good. It's going all the way up to my sits bones from my Achilles. Good. And then come up. Nice on my back. Now cross the leg over. Cross the right leg over. I have the right leg crossed. And then we're just going to slide. Take that leg right up to the kneecap, okay? Now from here, slide your foot in a little, and then slide it in a little bit more. Now, of course, if this doesn't work for you, you can certainly either stay here or stay down just crossed here, okay? So wherever you're at today, it's perfect, you know that. And then slide in, slide in. Now, lift up, oh. And today we're going to use the back of the chair, so maybe if I turn this way a little bit, you can see. Use the back of the chair, and I'm lifting and I'm pushing to get that extension, because I want to try to get the length in my lower spine. So I'm really kind of trying to reach my spine away from my pelvic bowl as much as I can here, using my crown of my head and pushing into the side of the chair. Good, and then slowly and gently come back, huh? And we'll go to the other side. Oops. All right. Cross those legs. Maybe let's take a forward fold again. And roll it up. Cross those legs. Bring it up. And then slide in once. Slide in twice. Lift up and push. Right on out. Really push, push, push. Use your fingertips on the back of the chair to push away from the chair, lifting and pulling. Feel that in the outer hip. Feel it broadening through the sacral area, because a lot of times our lower back is caused by the fact that our sacrum is jammed. You know, we've tightened up. So good, and then just kind of maybe shake it out a little bit. And then we're just gonna reach over to one side, and I'm gonna reach over here, and I'm just gonna open up and furl, and think about opening the shoulder here, and we're trying to open up through the rib cage. You can use your hand on the side for that twist, and come down, and then again, reaching it out, furling it up. Oh, it feels good. Reach and reach, reach. Good. We'll take it to the other side. All right. Reach it out. Furl it up. Oh. I'm gonna close your eyes, you know, and just let yourself go. Feel the freedom that you're creating, the space that you're creating in your bodies. Good. Let's do one more to each side, because that felt yummy for me. And reach out, furl it up, and over to the other side. Reaching it out, furling it up. Good. Awesome. And then coming back to center and just tapping it out a little bit. We're going to stand up, exhale down. I'm going to turn my chair to the side. And we're going to do a little of that down dog. Now we've done this, so inhaling it out, swan dive it down. Place your hands onto the padding of the chair, and then just step out as much as you want to and drop yourself down. So again, this is probably one of the best things you can do if you've got that lower back issue. Lift that sits bones high to the sky, dropping the head down. All right, here we go. A little bit of core. We're going to come into a nice high plank. Shoulders away from your ears. maybe come down for a few push-ups. Just a few. And then we'll come to a side plank. Now you can use your elbow here and reach up. Now you can always come right down onto your knee too for this. So, you know, you don't have to do the full expression of that side plank. This is fine. And what we're trying to do again is just open up in through this lower rib cage to help that pain go away, right? Let that release, that balance come back into the body, and then come back down, and then take it into that down dog. And then I'm going to turn my chair around so you don't have to look at that back side of me. And then come in here, a couple push-ups. Good, huh? Shoulders away from the ears, maybe push back on the heels. This feels good too. And then bring your hand down, your forearm down for that nice side plank. Oops, get my hair out of my way. And again, if you need to bring that knee down, you can do this, and reaching over and breathing. Yeah, huh? And then coming back, and then come back up, find that down dog. All right. And then I'm just going to come back into the chair for a moment and take a couple of twists. So inhaling up. I feel so much better already. Lifting up, twisting out to one side. Again, the length is what helps us get the twist. And then lifting up and over to the other side. Okay, and then coming back to center, inhaling up, bringing those feet back out. Lifting them up again, hold on to the chair if you can for a little Paschimottanasana. And again, reaching out of the crown of the head. Take the shoulders back and reach. And then bring those feet down. Maybe slide the buttock bone out a little bit. Feet come down in a little reverse plank. Opening up through the throat feels good too. And then sliding back in, inhaling it up, exhaling it down. And then we're just going to take those rib cages again, back and forth, and just see if you've got any, just checking in. Do you have a little bit more movement than you do than from when you first started? So it's important to keep the body moving. I've learned that. Otherwise, all the old samskaras are gonna come up and surface. And for me, that's my back and my hip and my upper shoulders. So being mindful that it is okay to go into those inner practices, the meditations, the writings, the mantras, but we also need to continue to move. And that's what I hope that you do, is continue to move, continue to be positive, continue to bring the love and the light in, and we will be a better place. Savasana, we'll take it this way. Take the chair down, bring the feet up. And here we are. Taking a few breaths in through the nose and out through the nose, and just allowing yourself a time to say, it's okay, I'm good with this. And just take and stay in the moments. That's the most important thing. For every moment, there's a surprise. For every moment, there's a journey. And of course you can stay here for as long as you like, half an hour, all afternoon. I'm just going to go up like this because, I don't know, my body just told me to do that. And then I'm coming down. I'm going to roll over to one side. And I'm going to come right on up. I want to thank you so much for joining me today for a nice, gentle practice. And remember, keeping the balance of the mental, the physical, and the spiritual. It is all needed. So, namaste, my friends. And remember, the love and the light that you continue to shine on me is the same love and light that I shine on you. Namaste.